All right. Looks like I'm live. Hope I'm live because never really know because I sort of just hook everything up and then just go for it. But looks like I'm live. It says I'm live, so I hope everyone can hear me. Um, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live video on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about consistency and how consistency is key. Consistency is very important to be successful, not only in an online business, not only on starting your own business, but in life in general. I like to relate everything to how I live my life as far as being consistent and how consistency keeps me going. Consistency keeps me learning and growing and building on what I've learned and growing from. Sorry, I can't talk today for some reason. So yeah, so really the question is is are you being consistent in what you do? Because you are what you repeatedly do. I am what I repeatedly do, and I can relate that to everything in my life. From my sobriety is the biggest thing. Repeatedly, I have to be consistent. I have to be consistent in my sobriety and work a program and consistently do that on a day-to-day basis. I cannot do it one time and think that it's going to hold me out for the next month or a week or a year. It has to hold me through the day. And sometimes it's I break it down into hours, being consistent in hours, because that's sometimes where I have to go to in my walk is my mind can get going so fast and I start letting my mind wander and I get away from the true goal and I stop being consistent. And when I stop being consistent, um, I start to veer away from my ultimate goal, and that is to be a better person than I was yesterday, to live better than I did yesterday, and to treat people better than I did yesterday, and to be a better person in general. And as far as my online business goes, um, being consistent is is huge because if I'm not consistently getting online and doing my business and creating content and just creating value online and creating value on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, then I'm not building a reputation. I'm not building a legacy. I'm not building something that people can rely on and people can get fed by and people can find value in. And when people don't see consistency, in my experience, when people don't see consistency, they tend to not trust them. They tend to not um, give them a shot because if you're not consistent, I mean, look at it this way: if you hire someone on a job and they show up on Monday, and then they do go on Monday and it's their first day on the job, and then come Wednesday they don't show up, and you wonder what the heck happened. I mean, what's going on? They didn't call, they didn't show up, no call, no show, and then on Thursday they come in and they act like nothing's happened, and you ask them the question like, what's going on, and really they usually have an excuse. And I've had this happen to me. I've had this happen to me because I am a superintendent on a construction site, and I've had people be very inconsistent, and it's very hard to schedule, and it's very hard to meet schedules if you do not have a crew that is consistent and consistently coming to work, doing their job 8 hours a day, and giving you that time in order to meet those schedules. If that is not fulfilled, if they cannot fulfill that time, that they have agreed to, then it's very hard to make a schedule and it's very hard to keep a schedule. And I think I can say the same thing my uh, with my physical life. I mean, if I look at what I do, if I'm not getting up in the morning, if I'm not going to the gym, although right now all the gyms are closed, so I'm going to have to find another way to be active. It is winter time now here, so it's very very cold outside. So I'll see what I can do, but that's no excuse. I'm going to have to find something that I can be consistently doing to help my body um, stay healthy and to maintain that healthy lifestyle and um, putting in activity in order to keep keep my body the way I want it. And that takes consistency. That takes time and consistency. And if I'm not being consistent, then I'm not going to see results. If I'm not being consistent in my workouts, if I'm not being consistent in my business, if I'm not being consistent in my relationships with my wife, that's key in my relationship with my wife is communication. I have to be consistent with communication. I have to be consistent with being honest. Um, and is that is key in my relationships. I mean, not just with my wife, but with my coworkers, with my boss, with my family members. I have to be consistent in keeping in contact with friends and family, letting them know how I'm doing, letting them know where I'm at. Because if I'm not consistent with that, they could worry about me. They could say, "Where are you at? What are you doing?" I have to show people where I'm at and be transparent. And so, yeah, I mean, just repeatedly taking action to get repeated results. Take repeated action to get repeated results. That's what consistency is to me. And in order for me to do that, I have to make a schedule for myself. I have to have a daily plan. So if I'm going to make content one day, I have to have that planned out. And that's usually how I set this stuff up, because I do work a full time job, so I do have to make time to do this stuff and make time for my business. I have two boys; they take a lot of my time, which is great. I love it. I love spending time with my boys, and I have to be consistent with that. But I have to make a schedule in order to be productive, and I have to maintain that consistency in order to get results and get people to get to know me and get people to trust me and know who I am and who I want to be and who I'm striving to be. So I just wanted to hop on here and talk about that for a little bit, because it's just something that I've been thinking about, something that I've been just mulling over in my head. And I know that it is key to be successful is to be consistent in everything that you do and everything that I do. I'm speaking to myself. I know I say you a lot, but I'm really speaking to myself. Is I have to be consistent in my life in order to bring success and bring value to people's lives. So thanks for sharing. Thanks for hopping on with me today, and I hope that you got something out of this, and I hope to see you on the next videos that I do, because I'm going to be making a lot more lives, and I hope everybody has a blessed day. All right, see you on the next one.